Chapter 1935. Mrs. Richard didn't know that when she went to the hospital, her house was already occupied by Gina. She and Olivia rushed to the hospital in a hurry and found Michael and Harold. The father and son were already half mummies wrapped in plaster. Although neither of them was life-threatening, they had fractured their limbs, so that they completely lost the ability to move, and could only lie in bed and wail. As soon as Mrs. Richard entered the door, she was shocked and anxious when she saw the two of them like this. She hurriedly stepped forward and asked, "Michael, Harold, you guys, what's wrong with you?" When Michael and Harold saw the old lady coming, they couldn't control their tears and wept loudly. Especially Harold, crying very sadly. Olivia burst into tears all at once, and asked pitifully, "Dad, brother, how did you become like this?" Harold's eyes were red, and he cried and said, "Grandma, Dad and I were scrapped by Fury's people. Grandma, I'm so wrong. I kindly served Fury. He was not only not grateful, but also let his people beat me and Dad like this. They are just $1 tards." Michael also sighed, "Mom, people say that tigers are the only companions to tigers. I understand today. We can't accompany people like Fury, so we must keep our distance from him in the future." Mrs. Richard said eagerly, "What on earth happened? Tell me clearly." Only then did Michael tell what happened. Only then did Mrs. Richard understand that when they kidnapped Elaine, they also tied up a transnational fraudster. The most annoying thing is that Fury, a scheming man, was also deceived by a transnational fraudster. In order to please the other party, he interrupted the limbs of her son and grandson. Hearing this, Mrs. Richard burst into tears, patting her thighs and howling, "God doesn't have eyes. If you didn't trouble Elaine today, that transnational scammer would definitely have taken Elaine's family and broken their home. But at this time, you just took the initiative to solve the trouble for Elaine, and then caused the trouble to yourself. Today Elaine was supposed to go to Hill, but it turned out to be bad. You directly helped Interpol and caught the fraud, which is equivalent to helping Elaine completely for free." When Harold heard that the truth was like that, he cried louder and went crazy and said, "I didn't expect that we would end up getting the B at Start Elaine for nothing. It's really a big loss. I, Harold, have never suffered such a big loss in my entire life. And it was a big loss that she took the initiative to eat. Olivia, you slapped me twice. I feel so uncomfortable in my heart." Olivia could only persuade, "Brother, since the matter has already happened, don't think about it. The key now is whether your and Dad's injuries are not serious and whether you can recover." Harold choked and said, "Recovery can be made, but it takes a while. The doctor said that we may not have the ability to take care of ourselves for several months. We have to eat, drink and sleep in the bed. We may have to stay in the hospital and be accompanied by a caregiver." Mrs. Richard hurriedly asked, "Harold, where did Mr. Fury go?" He was fooled by the scammer, so that he was dismissed. Later, when the identity of the scammer was revealed, didn't he give you any compensation or explanation? Gave a SHT. Michael said angrily from the side, "Fury, that old dog, was also directly arrested by Interpol. It is estimated that he will be out of luck." Mrs. Richard exclaimed, "Ah. Then you two got the beating in vain?" Michael naturally knew what the old lady's idea was, and he thought to himself, "What Mom means, she must think that Harold and I were accidentally injured by Fury's people, and Fury has to make some compensation to make it reasonable. After all, my mother is only looking at money." Thinking of this, Michael was a little depressed, and said, "Mom, you have to pay us the hospitalization fee first. Let us transfer to the inpatient department. As for Fury, if he comes out in the future, I will ask him for an explanation." "Okay." Mrs. Richard nodded and said, "I'll pay the bill."